All right, so I know this video today is probably gonna pull some teeth, I think, but I have to do it. I think something that's really important when I make videos like this, because I'm attracting a bunch of people who really want to do something like this, and I get tons of questions all the time about this, that, and the other, and I feel like I really haven't touched on it, and it's kind of the real picture behind it, like the nitty-gritty, the stuff about it. And I think that a lot of people view this as a dream job, and in the end they may love it or they may be disappointed. And I think the thing that becomes kind of risky with that is if you're an employer, like if you're a cattle boss or a ranch owner or a ranch manager or any of the above, when you're looking at hiring somebody, you don't want to hire the guy that pictures the Wild West, pictures that riding a horse is super comfortable and like riding a horse is fun. Yeah, sure, riding a horse for 10 minutes pretty fun, but when you gotta ride the horse for 150 miles over a 3-day period and you're sleeping on a bedroll that's made out of leather and pluff, it's sure fun, but it takes a special kind of guy. And I think that saying that you want to do it is one thing and saying that you're not is another thing. Like, and then actually doing it is a completely other thing. And you may not like it, and that's perfectly natural, but it's a lot safer for the rancher if you come off as somebody that knows that it's not this glamorous, cool cowboy buckles and spurs kind of job. Like, it's nitty gritty, dirty, and you're not gonna want to do it. Like, you're gonna wake up, it's gonna be -40 outside, the wind's gonna be blowing at 40 miles an hour, but them cows gotta get fed. So you gotta get out there, you gotta get whipped in the face with the hay as you're throwing it off the trailer. Like, it's gonna be difficult. You're gonna have to go out there when there's blizzards and pull calves and shove your hands down their throat to make sure they're not cold. Like, which, I mean, to me, it was super fun. But like I said, again, you can't, when these people ask you what you can do, you can't say, well, I've always wanted to be a cowboy or something like this. You've got to say something more along the lines of, like, I don't know what I'm doing per se, but I'm a very hard worker, and I can prove that I'm a hard worker. That's kind of the big thing. You kind of have to prove yourself, and maybe even offer to them to, like, give you a shot, like a 1-week trial or something like this. That's the easiest way to do it, or a 2-week trial, or even a 1-month trial. Like, really just get out there and prove yourself. That's pretty much all that you have to do. And I mean, it's really important that you understand that it is not the Wild West anymore. I mean, sure, there's a lot of things that are, and a lot of it is God's country and this, that, and the other. But if you're not staying in a camp or a bunkhouse or something like that, and even then, even in the bunkhouse, like, still not the Wild West if you can go to the corner store and get some beer. Like, it's yeah. So I think the big thing is that a lot of it has been fantasized, and a lot of it is really cool, but these ranch bosses are going to see right through that. They're going to see that this is something that you think would be cool. And that's just the easiest way to put it. Yeah, that's just the easiest way to put it. If you get told to dig a hole 6 feet deep to find a pipe, make sure you dig the hole in the right place, basically. But I mean, a big thing is too, is that if you're not having any luck when you call and stuff like that, one good way to show that you know what you're doing is to maybe go to, like, a little trade school or something. They have farrier schools all over the place. I mean, literally all over the place. You can even get a welding certificate. Like, if you go to a welding school, like, there's so many ranches that would just absolutely love a certified welder, and a good one. And then any sort of mechanical knowledge, going to some sort of heavy equipment operating school for farming, going to a fencing class, and blah, blah, blah. It's like they've got these things all over the place. So, and it'll help you know what you're talking about too. Like, you know, in places that aren't Texas, you don't tie Mormon knots into fences because they break. Like stuff like that. And I'm sure a bunch of you don't even know what I just said. Some of you probably do. But if you do, ta-da. then you probably already worked on a ranch before or done fencing. So yeah, that's basically it, you know? See the real picture. Don't look at it like it's this fantasy job, because at the end of the day, it's just a job. So yeah, thanks for watching. I kind of wanted to put this video out there because I still wanted to prove that I'm still willing to work into this subject. And I mean, if I saw I'd be interested in doing a lot more in this subject. I really do love ranching. It is, if I had the money, I would buy my own property right now and just go for it. Like, honestly, it's a different way of life, and it's amazing. For me, it's a lot slower, but also a lot faster. You do what needs doing, and that's about it. And it's pretty awesome. So yeah, I hope to keep a few of you around. My next video will be kind of about my perspective here in Germany, and if you're interested in seeing that, then you can see that too. But if you have any video suggestions or any questions or anything you'd like me to do, maybe even I would be willing to do that, but I'd have to have obviously a little bit more viewer support for actually physically doing things. But I'm always willing to take suggestions. So yeah, thanks for watching.